Welcome, everyone, into the ABT 2013 Fall Nationals. Mike Flanagan, Pete Weber here with you. Awesome to have you here tonight, bud.
Thanks, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here tonight.
Yeah, special guest appearance, Pete Weber. We are here at the ABT Fall Nationals. This is the main event. It's the grand finale. It's the $40,000 possible payday here tonight with bonuses.
That's
a lot
great.
of money.
That is just absolutely fantastic that the amateurs can win that much money.
Absolutely.
I just think it's fantastic.
Second prize, $20,000. A lot of money at stake tonight. The ABT bowlers have been competing all week long. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You've been here this weekend. You've seen this oil pattern. It's a tough oil pattern.
Oh, yeah, it's real tough. I mean, we got to bowl some of the squads with them, and I didn't fare too well in them squads at 569, 590, and then I broke through last night with 625, so I was feeling pretty good about that.
A lot of fun last night in the PBA team competition. First time for that here at the ABT. Just a great weekend of events, and we are here to the finals on Sunday night. Randy Pedersen also is with us. He'll be sitting right here in the middle seat. Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen and Hall of Famer Pete Weber. I'm really excited about what's going to happen here tonight. And Randy's standing by with the first two players in our first match. We're going to throw it down to Randy Pedersen at this time. Randy.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Pete, for joining us. With me, our number 3 qualifier, Memo Rosales. And Memo, tell us what's going on through your mind right now. A lot of money on the line. This is the start of the stepladder finals. How do you feel?
Actually, I'm feeling great. It's all in the ups from now. No pressure, so I'm feeling really good.
What do you have to do to win this first match and continue on up the stepladder finals and win $40,000?
Stay clean, no splits. It should be good.
All right, congratulations to make it this far, and good luck in your opening match.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Mike?
Thank you, Randy. Randy standing by there with Memo Rosales, 39 years old. He's our third seed tonight. Also, our fourth seed, he'll be taking on Darren Wiltsey in the first match. Darius Wiltsey. So it looks like we're about ready to get started here with our first match. Randy joining us now in the booth. Hi, Randy.
Hey, guys.
And just so the fans know that Darius is going to get 8 pins handicap over Memo.
Yeah, Memo. It's the difference between the two handicaps, so it's +8 for Darius Wiltsey. Memo's got that power game, Pete.
He's one of the ones I've seen this week that have actually get some revolutions on the bowling ball, and you know it's been a very demanding condition all week. You know, you got to keep that ball in the play area and make them spares.
Yep, and he's got that prototypical power player game. Leaving the 1-2-4 early, missing that head pin. But like you said, Pete, spare is so important here at the ABT Fall Nationals.
It is, Randy. I mean, you know, people don't think that spares are very important when you're bowling, but, man, every spare you miss, you lose 10 pins. And getting that spare keeps you in the match.
So now here's our first look at Darius Wiltsey. Darius is 46 years old from Las Vegas.
Look at that. That's great shot.
Great shot considering he's been sitting for a bit, went through an interview, the start of the show, and he steps right up and throws 10 back.
Pretty good shot for the first shot on live TV, huh?
Yeah, it really good. And you know, taking advantage early on. You know, the nerves are really spiked right now, and it's all you can do. You know, as many shows as you've made, Pete, in your career, I know that each and every time you make television, you're still a little nervous to start the show.
Oh, those first couple shots, I'm shaking like a leaf. I mean, I got the butterflies going, and I just want to try and get the ball off my hand.
Opening double for Darius, unbelievable. Gets out of the gate here with a double.
You know, and Pete, alluding to the nerves that you talked about, this is the best thing that you can do against your opponent. Get out to a quick start and apply even more pressure.
Oh, yeah, the quicker start you get out and put pressure on the other guy, the span gets a little shorter, and, you know, we got to see how he reacts to it.
First shot for Memo misses a head pin, 1-2-4. Second shot on the right lane, through the nose, 6-10. And Pete, you and I bowled a lot of games on this ABT oil pattern throughout the week. What was your take?
Well, my take was it's a very, very tough shot. very demanding condition out there. Repeating the shot is very important this week too. Don't miss either. Don't miss what you're looking at.
And did you feel that there was an advantage left or right, meaning whether you played the left or right side of the lane?
I didn't feel that there was any consistency on either side. I mean, it was just, the main thing in this was making your spares and staying clean and taking advantage of the pairs that you could strike on. There, see, that's at demanding. He got that ball a little right, just never grabbed the lane and sailed right by the head pin.
Light, high, light. Great break there, tripping the 10 late, Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, he's trying to open up the lane pattern here a little bit, and straighter has been greater this week from what I saw. I saw it from both of you last night. Liz Johnson put a whooping on both of you guys attacking the lane straight, and Memo here is having a hard time opening up the oil pattern. Needs to tighten up his angles a little bit.
Yeah, but he's a power player. Power players don't go straight.
Yeah,
they open the lane
exactly
up.
Right.
Memo's played inside the deep inside line all week long, and you gotta dance with the one you brought.
Exactly.
And he's brought the deep inside line with him.
And I was trying to play the deep inside line too, and it just, the more I moved left, the earlier the ball hooked, so I had to migrate back to the right, and and then it's tough to get the ball to hook.
Yeah.
So, like I say, it's very demanding, and missing a board to the right or missing a board to the left is not a good thing.
I find this very interesting. Darius Wiltsey's favorite pro, Tom Smallwood.
Ooh. Darius from Detroit?
Actually, no. He lives here in Vegas.
Oh.
Opening there in the third, Darius Wiltsey gives Memo Rosales a big opening after 3.
It looked like he could have made that spare very easily. It just looked like he tried to hit the pocket again from the left, and sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. The correct way is hitting the right side of the head pin.
Oh,
Ooh.
no messenger
See?
there.
Yeah, not a lot of messengers on this 40-foot flat oil pattern. But, Pete, you alluded to it early on when you mentioned how important spare shooting is, and already we see an open frame from Darius there in the third. And, I've covered a lot of ABT events, and it always boils down to one thing and one thing only. And I tell all my people, my ABT people, I say, hey, you know what? You want to make money in the ABT events? Practice shooting spares.
Practice shooting spares, because like I keep saying, the spares keep adding 10 pins to every spare that you make. You're 10 pins more on your score.
And when it's that hard to strike, Mike Flanagan, you better be able to convert spares.
Pete Weber told me one time, the number one tip you've ever received, right, Pete, is to pick your spares.
Absolutely, and my father told me that. He said, I don't care what you do, just make them spares. Looked like he made a little ball change there, too.
Yep, sure did. Still comes in a little bit light, but only leaving the 2-pin. And Memo Rosales, just by watching his technique, obviously a very strong player, very likes to use the power. Shooting or trying to convert a 2-pin should be no problem for him.
All right, Randy, you don't have the kiss of death.
That was Bo Burden.
Yes, he did.
Covers it nicely. I like the way he throws the ball.
He's got great hand at the bottom. He's got a great swing. That prototypical power game where he gets the ball in the swing a little early, runs after it, and then kind of plows on it at the bottom of the swing.
So he leaves a 2-pin in the last frame, made a little bit of an adjustment. Let's see how he adjusts here on the left lane. I predict he's going to get his first strike here in the 5th.
Well, he hasn't hit
light.
Yeah, he hasn't hit the head pin yet on this left lane.
Looked like he moved a lot deeper, too, on the lane.
Much better shot.
Well, he got the ball up on that lane, and even though, he hit the pocket on this condition, it's still very hard to strike, even though you're hitting the pocket.
Right, just hitting the pocket's only half of the equation. You still have to figure out how to get your bowling ball to go through the pins the correct way to carry all 10.
Absolutely, and as we did it this week too. I mean, 620 was a pretty big score for us.
You shoot 620, 630, 640 scratch. That was pretty good stuff.
See, that's what I like about Mimo. He's keeping the ball in the play area. He's gone high once, but he broke up the split, and he's leaving spares that are easy spares. Well, I shouldn't say easy spares, but more likely to make.
Comes in light, leaves the 3-5. This is very choppable.
6-pin differential. Remember that Mimo Rosales is giving up 8 pins in handicap to Darius Wiltsey. Wow, that was in the chop zone, wasn't
yes,
it?
Yes, it was. Ball just grabbed the lane at the right moment and got far enough to the right to not chop the spare.
Our cameraman, Louis Ouimet, here with us as well, helping out with the broadcast, along with Kyle Rendon, working the scoreboard for us. We couldn't make this broadcast possible without those two here.
See, he's just missing a little bit to the left on that side, and the ball's just not grabbing the lane and going a lot longer down the lane.
And you see that 5 count there, Pete. When I was growing up, you know what we called that? Half a loaf.
Half a loaf.
Yep.
They called it that when I was a kid, too.
That was a long time ago.
Wow, Mike.
Oh, no, when you were a kid, that wasn't
Wow,
that
Mike.
long ago. That's amazing to me.
I know. It withstood the test of time.
And he
Nice.
makes it perfectly.
Nice conversion there.
Mimo gets up and throws a strike. He's still going to be, it's going to be pretty even, but it'll still be 1 pin down with the 8 pins of handicap that Darius gets.
Here's a news flash for you. Favorite pro, Ryan Schaefer, Pete Weber, Robert Smith.
Wow.
Mimo's favorite pros. Somehow
I don't know how I got in there.
Somehow I was hoping I would have been mentioned in that crew, but I wasn't.
I think Mimo here kind of likes, or Memo, he kind of likes guys that hook the ball, and you're a little too straight, Randy.
I'm hurt.
I knew you would be.
There, he moved a little farther left there.
Great shot, his first strike of the match. It's a 1-pin match. He can take the lead with another strike here in the 7th frame.
He's doing this with only one hand in the bowling ball, and he's able to open up the lanes like this.
I don't get it.
Was that a dig at the two-handers?
No, I'm just saying, a lot of times when you see guys open them up, this guy here, he can open them up like the two-handers can, but he does it with one hand.
I saw this guy Pete Weber open up the lanes a lot one time with his right hand only. Now, that's not the you'd never use Randy Pedersen and opening up the lane in the same sentence.
Got that one a little wide. See, he just missed a little bit to the right, and that ball just skidded right on by the head pin.
Yeah, this is the cerebral battle or survival of the fittest, I should say.
But then again, even though he went light and he kicked the 10 out again and avoided the war shot, there's a very makeable spare out there for him. Which it looks like he's been a very good spare shooter so far. Converts it again.
Clean through 7. Going at a 194 pace is Memo Rosales. Darius Wiltsey. He's going at a 187 pace. But Darius gets 8 pins of handicap. This is a 1-pin match through 6.5 frames.
Good-looking shot right there. Nice shot right there.
He answered back. I don't know if it looked like he made a little ball change there or not, Mike. I couldn't see the poles right my way.
Yeah, no, I think it's. I think it was the same ball.
The same ball, okay. But it looked like he kept that ball more in line to the right of the out of bounds area where the oil is, and the ball reacted that time. You know, these bowlers have gone through a lot this week to get to where they're at right now, and I know they got to be tired, nervous, what have you, but they've gone through a lot of stuff this week.
Oh, that was more in the zone there. Fortunate not to leave a split. Leaves the 4-7. I believe that's a high road in his hand.
I think you're right. Nice break there for Darius. That could have been a big 4, Greek Church, very easily, but only leaving the 4-7. And this conversion here, he will maintain a 1-pin lead over Memo Rosales.
Covers it up.
Both of them actually shooting their spares very well. I mean, I'm sure they've had a lot of practice in 4 or 5 days at them. So
I just like saying Memo Rosales, and let's see if he can step up here in the 8th and the 9th and leave Darius a little memo.
With a little glue on it, sticking on his wall and call it a Post-it. See if he posts a shot.
that looks good. Oh. Well, there it is again, hitting the pocket and not striking. And like we said, it's very tough. Even though you make a good shot and hit the pocket, it's still the ball got to knock 10 pins down.
Clean through 7. Can he stay clean through 8?
No problem.
No problemo. Guys, it's just an honor to be sitting here calling the action with you two guys. Really just a treat for myself, and I can't imagine how many people are watching right now envious of the seat I get to sit in next to you two guys.
Well, Pete and I have come full circle, Mike. We started on tour back in our early teens, competed against each other, won tournaments. Pete, lots more than myself. Got inducted in the Hall of Fame, and now we're in the booth doing television.
Lifelong dream for me.
I bet.
There it goes. All right.
And that's just a great shot, setting up the 10th frame. Memo Rosales comes through. He sets up the 10th. He can strike out for a possible 213. Max score for Darius Wiltsey, 207. Remember, Darius gets 8 pins of handicap based on the differential of their averages.
Yep.
Whoa.
This will be interesting to see how he goes at the 7-pin. See if he switches balls, goes to a plastic ball, or just flattens it out and goes cross lane at it.
I think he's been switching balls to shoot his spares on the left-hand side, a little straighter ball so it doesn't hook.
This to maintain a 1-pin lead.
Converts it nicely. Okay. This is what we like coming down to the 10th frame. Who can perform?
It's a 1-pin match, but no matter what Darius Wiltsey does here in the 10th frame, he cannot shut out Memo Rosales.
No, he cannot.
I just love saying Memo Rosales.
You might be saying it all night if he keeps throwing it like he is right now.
Ooh, another good shot there.
All right, so if he spares here, depending on his fill shot, Pete, Memo just may need to get the first hit in the 10th to eliminate Darius Wiltsey.
The key thing for Darius right now is to make the spare and then get up and throw at least a 9 count at least a 9 count to give him.
Whoa. Whoa, hang on, guys.
Very costly right
hang
there.
On. So with his handicap, he shoots 182. Memo Rosales needs to fill 20. Excuse me.
A spare. He needs a spare.
He needs any mark.
And good count. Looks. Oh.
He needs to convert here. If he gets 9, he'll shoot 181. And he'll lose by 1.
He'll lose by 1. If he converts this
Gotta
spare.
Got to make it.
That's a winner. It doesn't matter now. He could throw it in the gutter and still win by 1 pin.
Right. Winner, winner, chicken dinner right there, folks.
So Mimo is going to
Hey, look at that. Wow. They're scared.
Memo Rosales is going to go on in the next match to face.
He's going to face Lewis Boone.
I had Lewis Boone as my first pick in the PBA Team Challenge last night, guys.
Yeah, well, Randy, you were
Pretty good pick.
Look who his favorite bowler is.
His favorite bowler is me.
Randy Pedersen.
Man, what a great guy.
Hey, did anybody put Mike Flanagan down on their
No.
list? Oh.
No, nobody did.
Okay.
All right, Memo Rosales, doesn't matter if he throws it in the gutter, if he fouls, he's going to move on and face Lewis Boone. Lewis, age 64. Memo Rosales, age 39. We'll find out the differential in their handicaps here in a moment.
So there you have it. Fourth place finisher, Darius Wiltsey. Really nice week for Darius. Memo will advance to possibly take home $40,000. We're going to step away for just a moment. When we come back, it'll be match number 2 here live from Las Vegas.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Las Vegas, Nevada, Sam's Town Hotel and Casino and Bowling Center. Randy Pedersen, Mike Flanagan, Pete Weber, and Louis Ouimet. We're getting ready to start match number 2 here at the ABT 2013 Fall Nationals. Memo Rosales on the left lane taking on Lewis Boone.
And again, Lewis Boone will be getting 8 pins from Memo this time again, just like Darius.
You got to think, though, that Pete, that Memo's starting to get a little loose. Even though the lanes are really, really tough, and I get that, you get that. We bowled on these lanes. We bowled a ton of games throughout the week on this oil pattern, but you got to figure that with one game under his belt, Memo's starting to feel a little bit comfortable, and it's all a matter of making really good shots, and he's more than capable.
Well, yes, he is, Randy, and like you said, he's probably a little more comfortable now on the lanes because he's got a game underneath his belt, and if he throws it good like he has been, he's going to become a winner again.
Hey, look at Lewis there. What jersey is that, Randy?
Wow.
That's the new Randy Pedersen jersey, folks. Lewis is sporting it nicely. This week there was a $1,000 bounty that went to the player that finished the highest in this event wearing a Randy Pedersen jersey, and that honor is going to go to this man right here, Lewis Boone. How about just putting $1,000 in his pocket before he bowls this match? It's got to loosen you up a bit, no?
Absolutely.
No, that'll make it easier, yeah. And how he got to the round of 4, the poor guy had to beat his wife for that.
And his wife was wearing a Randy Pedersen jersey.
So they won anyway.
I wonder if I get a kickback.
That's what's so great about the ABT. You can come out and bowl with your family. You can bowl with your wife. There's children, grandparents bowled at ABT. Over 750 entries in 2 events this week. Myron Mitchell and his staff have been doing this for 20-plus years. Just an unbelievable organization. And Randy, you're the spokesperson for them. You can probably elaborate a little bit more on the ABT.
Well, I mean, how often do you get to bowl an amateur event where you can have an opportunity to bowl with Pete Weber, myself, Liz Johnson, and Leanne Barrett-Holzenberg? I mean, seriously? We bowled a PBA Team Challenge last night, and we had a draft. There were 4 teams, and then we had a 5th mystery team. And, I mean, it was – I don't think it could have gotten any better. It was a lot of fun. The winning team split $4,000. It was a blast.
Oh, it was so fun last night with the draft, and I think the people last night had a blast with us also.
The AMs that we bowled with, Pete, they were so jazzed. They were so pumped. It was a great time, a great experience for them as well.
Yes, it was, and they get to see us in a little different limelight, and I think they really enjoyed what we did and what we've done all week here. As Memo gets up and throws another great shot.
And if we were in Texas right now, you know what they'd say about that 3-bagger? Memo Rosales is putting boots to him.
Well, here we go, do-si-do. Come on, baby, let's go, boots scoot.
He's
right?
fixing to put some boots to him.
A little background on Lewis here. He's 64 years old. Says he's been bowling for 60-plus years.
Wow.
Been a member of the ABT for 25-plus years. That's a long time.
Nice shot there. Hey, and by the way, Pete, we talked about our team challenge last night. Lewis was my first pick in the draft.
Yes, he was. I remember that, too. And
he bowled great, man. He was a beast last night.
And guess what? His favorite pro is Randy Pedersen.
He's so desperate.
Wow, he's got 25 ABT titles. That's a whole lot.
He's got a lot of moxie. He's not afraid. Now let's see him slide that headpin over into the 10. Come on, Lewis. Don't let me down now. And the last thing you want to do, if you're going up against Memo Rosales, who obviously is more than capable of throwing a lot of strikes, you don't want to give him too much of a cushion or make him get too comfortable. You want to put pressure on Memo so that you can stay close and maybe get him late. But the last thing you want to do is give him an opening like Lewis just did right there.
Yeah, especially when Memo, he's starting to feel more comfortable and he's starting to throw the ball a little bit better, and you don't want to give guys like that a chance to put the hurts to you.
Right, and he made a ball change, remember, late in the last game, and all of a sudden now he's found it.
Well, he's got a little more room with this ball. He feels like he can miss right a little bit with it and get it back and still hit the pocket. So, when you get that feeling, when you start getting a little area out there to miss, that makes it that much more easy for you to do, too. It just puts you more at ease. Uh-oh.
Brooklyn.
See, we say something good.
Yeah, but Pete, as you know as well as I do, I mean, bowling on this pattern, it doesn't take a whole lot to do what he just did. I mean, you grab it just a little bit at the bottom, it's going left.
Oh, yeah.
And you miss it just a hair too much to the right, and you're going to flag the headpin. So the margin for error is nil. The key here is to make the spare.
Which Memo has been clean all night. He's picking the spares and keeping the ball in that play area. And, he broke up the split there, but still, making them spares is the big thing right now.
Randy, we've been here twice working together at Samstown. Really the home to the ABT here the last couple of months. What a great bowling center here. Mike Kaufman and the entire crew here. You've been coming here for many years. A really great establishment here.
It really is. Witt, Mike Kaufman, all the people involved, Mr. Highsmith, John Sue, the entire staff here at Samstown, they just do a great job taking care of us. Great kick late on the 10 there. They do a great job of accommodating everybody here that's involved with ABT. The ABT staff, the players, they just go out of their way to make everybody feel at home, and they do what they can to accommodate everybody's needs. It's a great place to stay and a nice place to be for the week.
Is Lewis just having a little problem? It seems like he can't get that ball off his hand, and when he does, he just doesn't get nothing on it and stuck in that over-under reaction area.
Well, and you can see that the skill level is a little bit different between Memo Rosales and Lewis Boone. And Lewis needs to convert spares, stay away from open frames, and then hope for some opening or openings from Memo Rosales.
Yes, that's exactly what he needs. We got to just keep him making them spares to try and stay close. Because the way Memo's going right now, he looks really, really tough.
I do like that name, Memo.
There we go. He finally got a good shot in there.
Last night he bowled a clean 205 game with our team, and so he's more than capable, and it's going to take something like that. I don't see any let-up in Memo Rosales. He's too good. He's throwing the ball too good, and he's got a lot of hand and a lot of power, and that's very conducive to playing that deep inside line, and that was one of the lines that you could play on this very demanding oil pattern.
Well, and the bowlers have been bowling on the lanes all day long to get to this point, and the lanes are starting to get a little hook spot in the middle, and I think he's starting to feel a lot more comfortable with what he's doing.
Great look there by our cameraman, Louis Ouimet.
See there, another great shot.
Yep, and way to capitalize. He had a strike there in the fifth frame. Started with the front three, went Brooklyn, converted the spare, and then backed it up with another double. Right now, Lewis Boone, big trouble.
Very big trouble. I mean, even if he gets up and throws a double, he's still going to be about 2 pins down.
Well, let's see. He's at a 180 pace right now. Memo is in the 220s, and Lewis only gets 8 pins.
Yeah, so he's a little more than that down. But if Memo keeps throwing the ball like this, he's going to be unbeatable. Because he's really, really looking like he's very, very comfortable on the lane right now.
I mean, right now it's a 22-pin differential.
Very easy to do. Miss a little right, you whiff the head pin to the right. You miss a little left, you cross over, go Brooklyn or through the face.
And let me take that back. It was a 32-pin differential. One's in the 220s, the other is in the 190s. Now this lead down to, let's see, we've got 225 through 7, 188 through 5, plus 8 is 196. Do the math.
Well, you
Anyone?
waiting for one of us?
Anyone? Max score 255 for Memo. Max score for Lewis Boone 238.
38. Oh, got a good breaking up the split there, leaving something that he can make.
Is it true if you wear a Randy Pedersen jersey that it increases your average by 10 pins? Kind of like the Tiger Woods golfer, when you wear the certain shirt, you get plus on your ability, on your power?
No, but it's kind of like staying at a Holiday Inn Express. It makes you smarter.
Nice. I like that. Bum. He's going to be here all week, folks.
We have a great crowd behind us, by the way.
Yes,
We do.
They've been great all week.
That's why I love my ABT people, bro. I just love my ABT people.
I've had a lot of fun for the 4 days I've been here. It's been really good.
This is your first time here. What did you think, Pete, of your experience?
Oh, it was fun.
Aren't these people awesome?
They are. It took them a little while to warm up to me a little bit.
Well, I wonder why. You're only Pete Weber, the greatest player that's ever thrown a bowling ball. You might be a little intimidating. But once they got to know you, they were like, he's the great. He is so nice. I love Pete.
Well, I got a little secret for you. Myron gave me a call last night about 3 a.m. and said, what's it going to take to get Pete Weber to be the new spokesperson?
Hey,
I'm not taking Randy's job away from him.
You know what? You're lying. Because Myron would never sell me out like that, and Pete would never undermine my position here with ABT.
Not at all.
Now,
I never take anything away from Randy Pedersen because he's way too nice to me.
I will say this. I am more than willing to share the national spokesperson role with Pete. If Pete wants to be co-national spokesperson, I have absolutely no problem doing that.
How long you been the spokesperson, Randy?
7 or 8 years now.
7 or 8 years. Well, that's 7 or 8 years that you have on me, and it's all yours.
Thanks, buddy. But, I think the reception that you got during the week was overwhelming. I know that the players, the ABT members, the staff, I know they loved having you here along with Leanne and Liz Johnson, and we can't wait to have another national event and have you all back.
Oh, I would come back in a minute. I had so much fun this week with the people. When they actually started talking to me, they asked some really good questions, and it just turned out to be a really, really fun time for me.
Well, I think it was a great experience for all of them.
Memo leaves the 9, covers it nicely. Fortunate not to leave the 4-9, trips out the 4. Memo continuing to cruise along here in this match. And all kidding aside, Randy, you have done a great job with these folks here with the ABT. I've seen you walking around outside of the bowling center, and all of them know you, and you know all of them. And you've done a great job with the folks here, and it's so inviting. This is really the capital of Storm Nation.
Well, thanks, Mike, but they're my people. They're my people. I love them, and they love me, and they're my people.
I know they're your peeps.
Isn't that great?
It is great.
Having peeps.
I don't have a lot of peeps, but I know that I have my ABT people.
And their Memo goes through the little high, breaking up the 3-10 split and leaving an easy spare for him.
And hey, by the way, Storm, the Bowlers Company, the sponsor of this event, and all three of us are heavily involved with Storm. Been sponsor of the ABT for many, many years, and just a great relationship, and we're happy to be a part of the ABT.
This is a 30-pin match right now, folks. Lewis Boone has to strike out.
Ooh, there's one.
He has to strike out to have any chance. I mean, he can still strike out to shoot 205. Memo Rosales is going at a 223 pace right now. So the bottom line is Lewis Boone needs to strike out 215, and 8 will give him 223. That would force Memo Rosales to double in the 10th frame to win.
He could strike out for 205.
What did I say?
215.
All right, let me take that back. All right, never mind.
Oh, never mind. That's pretty much the game right there.
So my math is off. So it was 205, which would have given him 213, which would have made Memo have to mark
in the 10th frame, yes.
That's what I meant to say, but my brain got in the way.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, this match is over. Memo Rosales is moving on.
Memo going on to the title game, and you know what? If he keeps throwing it like this, I mean, Randy's going to have to be on his game to beat him.
Well, Pete, shooting 220s on this oil pattern and getting the handicap that he's getting is going to be very difficult to beat. The differential in the title match between Memo and Randy Sanicolas is only 3 pins.
Right. 3 pins, so this is pretty much an even match, not really a big difference, even though 8 pins isn't all that much, but, you know, at the end of the game, that could really come into play.
Yep.
Yep, there's Memo's first mistake of the night.
Didn't matter.
But it really didn't matter for him. He had already won the game, so.
So there you have it. Coming up, championship match here in just a moment, live from Las Vegas. We're going to step away for a moment. Check out the information about the all-new bite coming out here next Tuesday.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Sam's Town here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the 2013 ABT Fall Nationals. Randy Pedersen along with Pete Weber, Mike Flanagan, and Louis Ouimet. I'll tell you, every time I see that commercial with Pete Weber, I get chills. It was the greatest show that I've ever called in my professional broadcasting career. Coming up next is our title match here at the ABT Fall Nationals, featuring Memo Rosales, who is looking to climb the ladder and win this national title. He's going up against Randy Sanicolas. The differential in pins will be 3, only 3. Randy will be getting 3. Remember, Memo's favorite pros, Ryan Schaefer, Pete Weber, Robert Smith. Randy Sanicolas' favorite pro, Randy Pedersen. That's right. Randy feeling a little Randy.
Is this a California thing?
Well, he's from San Diego, and I grew up in Southern California, so maybe. But, you know, Memo, he's from Arcadia, California, so this is an all-California finals.
It's California love, as Tupac Shakur sang about.
Maybe a little California dreaming.
Ooh, I like the mamas and the papas.
Yeah.
All the leaves are brown. Anybody with me?
The skies are gray?
And the skies are gray. I went for a walk on a winter's day.
On a winter. Okay.
Anybody else?
Are
you done?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, carry on.
Hey, we're hanging tough. New kids on the block, too, you know?
Okay,
Lots of money up for grabs.
$40,000.
Yeah, big bucks, no whammies. Possible $40K.
40K, and even though the guy finished second, still gets 20K.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
lots
still
of
a
cash.
really, really good payday.
I think this week Myron Mitchell, the owner of ABT, told me that the payout for this tournament was going to be around $250,000.
That's fantastic. Anytime you get an amateur tournament that pays out over $250,000, man, that's really, really fantastic.
I can't believe he won't let me or you enter.
Especially after the way he saw us bowl, we should be getting handicapped.
I mean, let Pete and I bowl, give us 20 pins a game, and then we got to pop the cash.
Hey, I think my average was like $1.85. I think I get more pins than that.
All right, we'll give you 22 pins, Pete. Here we go. Start of the title match. Memo Rosales, left lane. He will finish the match on the right lane.
And Memo starts out very good. Yep, and there we have it. Randy is going to get a $1,000 bonus for using the bite.
I didn't know I was getting $1,000 for using a bite. I used to bite this. Oh, you're talking about this gentleman right here, Randy Sanacolas.
Sanacolas, yes.
Yep.
He's going to get a $1,000 bonus for throwing that new Storm bite.
The highest finisher in match play using a bite. There he is
Yep.
right there. Great look at the brand new Storm bite.
One of the best highline bowling balls we've come out with. It just goes so much further down the lane before it starts to roll. And wow, and I like Randy's strategy here too. Being the tournament leader, he elected to finish first, so he has the opportunity to put all the pressure on the memo.
Wow, I like that. That's very interesting that you would say that, Pete. You know, you talk to one of your buddies, Norm Duke. Norm Duke wants to finish the game. And you come out with the exact opposite strategy. And I got to be honest with you, I like your strategy.
Well, Randy, if you notice on every TV show you've ever done, and I get the choice of starting lanes, I always make the other guy start, so I have the opportunity to close the match out and not give him the chance. But then again, you know, he has the better chance of putting the pressure on late in the game.
Well, but you know, the bottom line is you get up 9th and 10th first, and you have the opportunity to either close him out or put all the pressure on him.
That's exactly right.
Complete different opposite strategy than, say, a Norm Duke. A Norm Duke is the guy that wants to finish last. He wants the ball in his court. Now, I like both strategies, but I think the longer in the tooth you get, I like Pete's strategy way better. I think it's much harder to... Oh, big mistake there early. And again, we talk about the missed spares. But I like Pete's strategy better, Mike Flanagan, in that, you know, the older you are, the longer you have to sit and wait, I think the harder it is on your body.
I think it is too.
And I think I want that repetition. I want that rhythm, one shot after another after another. And I don't want to wait and finish the 10th frame. You can get a guy up there, Pete, who could take 2 re-racks in the 10th frame, ice you, and just take a long time, even take a shot clock violation just to ice the guy sitting on the bench. I want to get up. I want to get it over with. I want to put all the pressure in his court.
Well, I've had a few matches with guys on TV that have taken that re-rack in the 10th frame or a little extra time to make me think about what I need to do. And you know what? To me, that doesn't bother me. I just try to do what I need to do. I don't worry about what they want to do or if they want to play that game of making me wait or anything like that. That won't bother me, but I know it does bother some other players.
Oh, well, nothing bothers you, and we all know that. But, Pete, tell me this. In that U.S. Open win, who do you think you are? I am. You finished last. After finishing first, I think, just about every game prior to that title match, no?
No, I finished last all 4 games on that show.
Okay, so I'm wrong again. But anyway, you finished last every game, and you got up in the 10th frame of that title match after finishing last in every game, and you needed how many in the 10th frame to win?
Well, I needed 9 spare strike to win or throwing the first one in the 10th to win.
And you got 9 spare.
9 spare.
And then you needed to strike on the fill shot to win by 1.
Right.
So what was going through your mind finishing last in the 10th frame with everything on the line, your 5th U.S. Open title, your 9th major at the time? I mean, what was going through your mind when you stepped up in the 10th frame?
You really want to know?
I do.
Please come off my hand. Please come off my hand. I mean, I was thinking of just getting up there and throwing the best shot that I knew how and hoping the ball came off my hand. Because in that situation, in that title, I mean, you know, that span can get a little shorter from a squeeze.
Sure.
But,
bowling on a U.S. Open pattern, very similar to what we're bowling on right now. You grab it just a little bit, you got no shot of hitting the pocket.
Miss a little bit.
Miss a little bit right.
It could do
hangs.
something.
Miss a little bit left. It's through the nose.
Fortunate for me, the ball came off my hand and it reacted to the pocket.
It was good stuff.
That was probably one of the funnest and best shows I've ever bowled.
Well, it was the greatest show I've ever covered. It's the greatest show that I've ever been a part of, and the greatest show that I had the privilege of announcing.
And Randy, you're always way too nice to me on TV.
Pete, it's true. It's all true. It's not like you pay me.
Here, let me slide you some.
Thanks. It's about time, you jerk. All right, hey, we got a great match right here, though. This is the title match of the 2013 ABT Fall Nationals. Randy Sanacolis, left lane.
Ooh.
Randy's been all over the pocket.
All over the pocket, but with bad carry.
Memo in the second frame was a little inside of target, but he was firm, so the ball held pocket. Right now, Memo's opening up this oil pattern a little bit, and it looks like he's got a little bit of room out on the lanes, and Randy's just trying to thread the needle, and unfortunately can't knock them all down with the 3-9 spares here.
Well, that first shot he threw, he caved the 10 in nicely, and then after that, it was 4-pin, blower 7, and then a 10-pin.
Yeah, I mean, he's thrown the ball really good for the first 4 frames, and only 1 strike. The very demanding condition and hitting the pocket and striking is still hard to do.
Right, and the huge miscue, though, is missing the 4-pin in the second.
Yeah, that's not good in the title match, especially with Memo. I mean, he's been this is his 3rd game on the pair. He knows what the lanes are doing, and he knows what he needs to do.
And Pete, you've been in this situation a million times in your career. Memo's got the lead. I know it's early. His opponent hasn't doubled yet. If you're Memo, what are you thinking right now?
Throw 2 more, put pressure on him. That's all there is to it. There's no mercy when you get into a title match or in a match play. There is no mercy. You do what you need to do to win.
So no letting up off the gas pedal.
Exactly.
Not a good shot there by Memo. His first shot that he has not struck in this match. Crosses over, leaves the 5-pin. Everybody put your finger up because you know what happens if you miss the 5-pin. Free drinks on Memo.
Well, we shot that idea down.
Hey, he missed the pocket, you're right, Mike, but he left himself a single-pin spare, and the easiest single-pin spare to convert, the one that's right in the middle of the lane.
Who says that's the easiest spare on the lane?
Well, it's the 5-pin. It's right in the middle. I missed a 5-pin once on television, Tournament of Champions.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was another very demanding shot.
You were on that show.
And you won that, right?
No, I lost to, who the heck did I lose to?
Was it Mark Williams?
I think it was Forkel.
Forkel. Ooh.
And then I think Forkel lost to Duke or something. I can't remember.
Well.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Right now, if you're Memo Rosales, after the start, the huge lead, you've got to be thinking Whiskey Tango Foxtrot.
Well, it's coming closer.
Hey, what sound does the fox make?
Oh, what a great spare. What a great conversion to keep his lead. I mean, that was an excellent shot at the spare, and he kept his lead and still kept the pressure on.
And right now he looks over and he says, hey, print my name on the first place check.
I want that 40,000.
There's a lot of commotion going on around here right now.
We got a lot of action around the booth, folks listening in to our
guys, that was a foul. He crossed the line and fouled. That's what the commotion was about.
Whoa.
Oh. Because I was wondering why there was 101 up there.
Yeah, he fouled on that attempt.
He fouled.
A little tough from our angle here.
Now, that's a big, big mistake there, fouling on the spare, and you made it.
Yeah, not only that, he lost count.
Yeah.
Right there. That's where the foul occurred.
Let's see if Randy can come back and take advantage of it.
That was left of Rush Limbaugh, just so you know, folks.
That missed the whole lane right there. That was not a good shot. I don't know if he's nervous or if he was thinking about, wow, if I throw a double, I can get right back in this. And, when you start thinking like that, you're starting to put a little pressure on yourself. You want to keep it to where you don't put pressure on yourself.
A wise man once said, Pete, don't think it can only hurt the ball club. His name was Mike Roth. You know him.
Yes, I do. Another open frame.
Well, he set himself up for disaster with the first ball, that leave. I mean, how many times do you get to shoot the 1-3-8-9?
Yeah, that's for a right-hander. That's not a common spare for us to shoot, and a very tough spare to make also.
He had an opportunity there by the open frame by Memo after he fouled, and he failed to take advantage of it. That was his opportunity.
Yes, it was, and didn't take advantage of it. It's put him in a big hole right now.
And hey, guys, just a reminder, too, if you want to get involved with the Amateur Bowlers Tour, head over to abtbowling.com, and you can find out all the information about the ABT and when a tournament stop is going to come near you.
Randy just having a problem reading the lanes. He's thinking he's throwing good shots. Ball's either hooking real early and then he makes a little move and it just shoots right through that spot.
I wonder if it has anything to do with his first name, because I had the same trouble.
Or if
I really don't think he's thinking about that yet.
It might have something to do with $40,000 being up for grabs, too.
That fingertip starts becoming a conventional?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, another open frame. As long as Memo just gets up there and starts staying clean, he's going to win this, and he pocket $40,000.
Back-to-back open frames for our tournament leader, our number one seed, Randy Sanacolis.
It's a 17-pin lead for Memo, because remember, Randy does get 3 more pins than Memo.
37-pin lead.
You're correct. Yes, you are correct.
Oh, see, Randy, you're not wrong all the time.
Just half the time. When you have a
shot there.
When you have a 37-pin lead, now's the time to put it in autopilot, keep the ball around the 1-3, convert your spares, and force your opponent to throw strikes on an extremely demanding oil pattern.
That's exactly right, Randy. I mean, Memo's very much in control of his game. He's only, made a couple bad shots, but he's, like I said, he's leaving the spares that he can make, and he's making them, and that's what's keeping him ahead all the time.
Right. Stay behind the foul line, hit the 1-3, make your spares. Randy Pedersen, along with PBA Hall of Famer Pete Weber, Mike Flanagan, and Louis Ouimet, calling the action here from Samstown in Las Vegas, Nevada, the 2013 ABT Fall Nationals title match. We're halfway through 6 frames. Randy Sanacolis and Memo Rosales coming right at you.
Let's see now. I don't know what he's thinking about out there. He
Yuck.
should just be trying to hit the head pin and leave something he can make.
He left the same exact leave the last time on this lane. He converted it, but he fouled.
Right, and that if he doesn't make this spare, Randy can get up and throw a couple strikes and be right back in this game. Ooh.
And Pete, how many times have we seen it on the PBA Tour where you let a guy hang around long enough and then all of a sudden they get hot, throw a string, and they finish you off? I remember Michael Haugen Jr. doing it to Chris Barnes a few years ago at the Tournament of Champions. He was down by 50 or 60 pins halfway through the match. Next thing you know, Barnes misses a 4-pin. Haugen throws like the last 6 or 7 and beats Barnes to win the title.
Right. Because, you get in that position to where you get a big lead, after 6 or 7 frames, you're in the lead, and then all of a sudden you start relaxing, and you can't relax. Even though you got that big lead, you still got to stay focused on what you need to do. See, now Memo opened in the 5th and 7th. Now,
right.
If Randy can get up and throw a strike in the 8th, he's right back in the match.
Right, and he starts to make Memo think about it.
Right, and that makes the Memo make better shots.
Right, exactly.
And
Well, he makes Memo think about all of a sudden now it becomes a match if Randy strikes here in the 8th frame.
Oh, absolutely, and then Memo's got to get up and make good shots again, and he kind of blew the lead he had, and that's just sometimes on this demanding condition it's going to happen.
Biggest shot of the tournament coming up right here for Randy Sanacolis on the left lane.
Oh, he threw a great shot, got a bad break.
Oh, that's terrible. That would have got him right back in the match. The momentum would have swung in his direction. Memo would have felt a little bit of pressure for the first time in this title match.
Yes, he would have. But, even though Memo still got the lead, he's still got to focus on what he needs to do and make the shots. And if he doesn't strike, make sure he makes the spare. Oh, no, another open.
That's twice he's done that on that lane.
And it all boils down to what I preach on a daily basis to my ABT people. The key to success in these tournaments is spare shooting.
Yes, it is, Randy, and that's pretty much the first thing you learn in bowling is your coach tells you, make your spares. And that the greatest piece of advice I got was from Dick Weber. He said, make your spares.
I've never seen a major championship winner, a Hall of Famer on our tour that was a bad spare shooter.
Exactly. Everybody that wins the majors are making their spares.
It's like a tennis match.
Look out.
Back and forth. Back and forth.
No, I don't want it. You take it.
Now let's go back and look at Randy Santacolas' scoreboard. If he were to spare in the second and spare in the eighth and convert the 2-5 in the sixth, we've got a different ball game.
He would probably be in the lead.
So Memo gets
that
count.
would be another 30 pins added onto his score. So, it would be a very close match right now.
We're talking 3 makeable spares, Mike Flanagan, that would put Randy Santacolas in the lead right now if he converted the 2 single pin spares and the 2-5 in the sixth frame.
Yeah, remember Randy gets 3 pins a handicap, so it's a 22-pin match.
Okay.
Foundation frame.
See, this is where Randy's got to just focus on making a good shot and hopefully getting the break to throw the strike. I mean, he's got to throw 4 strikes to have any chance of winning.
Yeah, I agree. He's got to strike out to have any chance.
He still has 169 left. Rosales has going at a 174 pace. And Randy gets 3 pins a handicap. So must strike here, as you guys just said. 4 in a row would look awfully nice right now for Randy. It all starts here in the 9th.
Looks like a ball grab just a little bit early.
It's all but over, folks.
Yeah, I'm still thinking now that if he converts his spares and throws 3 in the 10th, that gives him 159, and that still makes Memo mark in the 10th frame.
Yep.
Or mark in the 10th frame to win, because a 9 out or 9 miss would give him 163 or 162, which would be a tie.
Yep. So we need 3 in the 10th there by Randy Santacolas.
Yeah, Randy has no chance of winning if he doesn't throw 3 strikes in the 10th frame.
Anything less than a strike on this next shot, and the trophy in first place goes to Memo Rosales.
You're going to be saying that on the telecast, aren't you?
Memo Rosales. You got to learn how to roll the R's, Mr. Weber.
I learned that live streaming an event with Rocio Rostrepo. Rocio Rostrepo from Wichita State. Rolling the R's. That's as good as I can do.
Oh, it's definitely over.
Game
now.
over, folks.
Game over. Memo pockets a $40,000 check.
Long week for these bowlers. Randy Santacolas is going to finish second. He also made it to the PBA Team Challenge last night, Pete. He bowled with, I believe, Leanne Barrett's team.
I thought he did too, and I asked Leanne, but he actually bowled with Liz.
He did bowl with Liz Johnson.
Yes.
He was on the winning PBA Team Challenge last night by a lot. He bowled great last night. Second place isn't bad, but our winner and our first place check-in trophy goes to Memo Rosales.
He stayed behind the foul line. Winner. It didn't matter. He was a winner anyway.
And he's showing you that he's got a couple tickets to the gun show.
That he is. Fun night, guys. Fun night here tonight.
Another great.
It was interesting, but it was fun to watch, and Memo did what he needed to do to stay on top.
Another great ABT event. How often do you get to call the action with Pete Weber? That's pretty spectacular. I've had the opportunity to call some bowling shows with some pretty great players.
Mike Flanagan to be one.
Mike Flanagan, Norm Duke, Pete Weber. I mean, pretty good stuff for Randy Pedersen.
Well, you know what, Randy? It's an honor to be sitting next to you because I get to listen to you every Sunday afternoon when the PBA is shown, and I love to listen to you talk.
Stop it.
What a great scene down here. Look at Memo with his entire family. Just a great scene here. Just a pleasure to work with both of you guys here. Really a treat for me. Love doing the live streaming, but it's going to be Memo Rosales who takes this thing home. And when we come back, we're going to talk to Memo. Randy's going to go down. He's going to interview him. We'll be right back here from Samstown here in Las Vegas. Mike Flanagan, Pete Weber here back with you. Pete, what a cool night here at Samstown here in Las Vegas.
Oh, it really was, Mike. I mean, these bowlers have worked all week long to get to this spot, to be on the live telecast. And, a couple guys had a little problems, but Memo, player of the night right there, man. He just kept making his spares and staying ahead of his opponents. What a great bowler he was tonight.
Yeah, he ran the steps tonight and just kept – I mean, he was a power player, and it wasn't easy to open up this lane pattern.
No, it wasn't. But, he got to bowl all 3 games on the pair, so he got after the first game, he started getting comfortable on it, started, freewheeling a little bit more. Still had his little problem, but still knew what he was doing out there and made the spares.
Hey, we've got Randy Pedersen, the third leg of our commentary team, standing by down on the lanes with Memo. Randy.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Hey, folks, this is what ABT is all about. Check out the folks here that are with Memo to celebrate this victory. This is what makes ABT bowling. Memo, tell everybody that's watching right now what it means to you to not only win this, but to win it in front of all your friends and family.
It's so awesome. You got great support. Even all the tournament players, even though they really a little bit know you, they still support you. It's very awesome. This is
that title match was pretty tough. It seesawed back and forth. You got off to a really great start, and then all of a sudden you kind of lost it coming down the stretch, but were able to maintain. What was going through your mind halfway through that last match?
I was losing the lane, losing my hand, and so I was like, just checking to see what he was doing. Okay, so I just tried to play safe again and a couple splits, but my big feet fouled one time, so I was like, it's okay, I'm still good.
What do you have to say to all your friends and family that are here supporting you right now with this big victory?
I love you guys. I really appreciate it. This feels so good right here. My brother, I love it. My girl, my 3 little ones. Next ABTA champions right here. Next ones. They're right here. It's awesome. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Jason. Randy. One of my heroes. Thank you, ABT.
Congratulations, Memo. What a great win. Back to you guys.
Well, what a great win for Memo, man. I know he's going to remember this for the rest of his life.
That was so cool.
And
what a scene down there.
Oh, yeah, and you know what makes it even that much better? He did it in front of his family and friends, and that just makes it all that much better.
Yeah.
Can't ask for a better feeling.
Really great night here from Samstown. Myron Mitchell, his entire crew with the ABT, Jason Langtree, Mike Fagan, everybody that was part of this thing this weekend. Couldn't have been any better. Just a fun time. It was a pleasure working with you and Randy, a couple of Hall of Famers on the broadcast. And next week we'll be live from Las Vegas again at the World Series of Bowling. We'll be doing the Storm postgame show beginning a week from yesterday, which will be Saturday after the Cheetah Championship. And hopefully you'll make some runs out there at the World Series of Bowling.
Hopefully I'll be talking to you about every night. That would be
awesome.
The key, but if I would happen to walk away with 2 or 3 shows, I'd be more than happy with that too.
Absolutely. So for Louis Ouimet, Kyle Rendon, Randy Pedersen, Pete Weber, all the folks here at Samstown, Mike Kaufman and his great crew, for Storm for sponsoring this event. And until next time, keep enjoying our broadcast, keep bowling, and join us for our next broadcast next week. It'll be a great time.
Yes, it will. It's going to be a fun week at the World Series of Bowling, and it's going to be a pleasure talking to you.
All right, Pete, that's going to be it here from Samstown tonight. Good night, everybody. Congratulations again to Memo Rosales, our champion.